How are you all doing? If you haven't seen my most recent video, well, I started making short videos where I take a sentence or two and I walk through those sentences word by word, explaining all the details of that word and basically to explain the meaning behind all the prefixes and suffixes, etc. Just again, so that we can better understand and really comprehend the language and know what we're saying, not just a general idea of what it means. And as I said too in the previous video, I provide at the very bottom, this is the Paiute text, but it's written in the International Phonetic Alphabet for those who are interested. So let's read the text from the top and then the translation. It says, which means some of them have died, some are still with us. Now, my purpose really behind all this not only is to help us better understand the language, but also just again to continue to recognize and honor all the veterans who have served us, even given their lives for us. We're so grateful for them. So now let's get into the text to better understand it. The first word, susumure, very simply is just the word for some. Some, okay? Susumure means some. Next, we have this word, That was a word in the previous video, which, if you recall, is a third, why isn't this? Oops, pressed the wrong button. Third person plural pronoun. Third person plural pronoun can be they, it can be those, it can mean them. So how do we know what it means here in this verse? Well, this suffix helps us to come to a conclusion. Okay, mate means part of, part of Now, do you say part of they? No, that doesn't make sense. Part of those? Well, possibly. Part of them? That sounds much better. Some part of them. Better translation. Or some of them is, more simply translated. So, some part of them, what? Well, that's the latter part here. Nagoip. Okay. Now, a little bit more detail on this word. This center part, koi, is the plural form kill. Plural form of the word kill, okay? And this prefix in front of it, na, communicates the idea of a passive voice. Passive voice refers to something that has happened to someone else passively. So, koi is now becomes killed. They were killed. Okay, people were killed. And this final suffix pu, b, indicates perfective aspect, which basically just means it indicates and it points to completed action that has been complete, oftentimes focusing on the resultant state of that action. In this case, the resultant state of being killed is having died. Okay, so altogether, means some of them have died or some of them have been killed. Okay, both are possible translations. The second line, now, susumure again means some. Okay, some what? Well, some doishu. As I said in a previous video, also this S here, this letter S, every time it follows an E sound, kind of has more of the SH type of a sound, sh. So, doishu. And what does it mean? It means still, S-T-I-L-L. So, susumure doishu, some still, some, or you can supply this word are, which doesn't exist in the Paiute language. Some are still damino. This also was a word in the previous video. Tami is a first person plural pronoun that can either mean we or even us. Well, again, how do we know which one it means here in this context? Well, let's look at the suffix. No, tami no. No means with. So do we say with we? No, that doesn't make sense. Rather, we say with us. So tami no means with us. With us. And this last word here, more, okay? This root, mo, is a plural form indicating people moving, going along, or even having the sense of living, okay? And the u suffix, finally, du, we also saw in the previous video, is a nominalizer. It changes or converts a verb into a noun, indicating the person or people who are characterized by that verbal action. In this case, the action of this verb is movement, remember, or living. So it refers to the people who are still living in this case. So now you should be able to read this and understand it completely, all the parts of the words. Again, from the beginning, it is some of them have died or have been killed. And second, some are still with us. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I love answering as much as I can. So until next time, when I finish this series on veterans, have a good day.